What's up guys, I am finally back. I took a long break, thought about a lot of things, and finally decided it was time for me to be ready to start uploading again and making daily uploads. So at the end of the video, I'm going to be talking more about this and also something else about my channel. But I will never delay my video at the beginning of the video because you clicked on it for the title and what the content is, so let's get right into it. So in the last update, Bungie actually buffed fusion rifles, and I want to break them down and actually see how much they buffed them by and how some of the fusion rifles are in this new update and see where they stack up compared to things like EP shotgun, sniper, and all that good stuff, and just overall see how they fit into the game in Forsaken, because I really haven't talked about fusion rifles that much on my channel ever. So here's the video talking about them. So I'm going to be talking about things like 1000 Voices, Merciless, Telesto, then even throw in the Raid fusion rifle and compare it to things like Ikelo's shotgun, then also one of these snipers I have. So yeah, that's basically it. The goal is to see how they line up with other guns, so let's get right into this starting now. So in typical Bungie fashion, they just said fusion rifles were buffed in the recent update and didn't actually say by what percent. Luckily, I have footage of this 1000 Voices in 30 FPS before the update went live, so I can kind of compare this footage to new footage. So as you see, that was one shot at 30 FPS of the 1000 Voices, and now gameplay after the update just last night, as you see on 30 FPS in the top right corner, this is how much it hits for now. So we kind of have to judge with our eyes by how much it actually changed, because they don't say directly what the percent is. And when I zoom in, I would say that's like 5 to 10%. I wish they would tell us so we don't have to guess, but that's just how it is. And while still on topic, they didn't change how the FPS affects the damage of this weapon yet. While we're still on this topic, they didn't fix the way the FPS affects damage of this weapon. Hopefully they get around to that very soon, but as you see, with my normal FPS around 90, I hit much more, probably like 10%, 20% more damage. So hopefully they get around to that in the future, but still not fixed currently. So let's start breaking down a few of the fusion rifles in the game. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Merciless, then also the Telesto, the two exotic fusion rifles in the energy slot. And I'm going to be comparing them to things like the EP shotgun at first. So let's start off with the EP shotgun as like the baseline. So without trench barrel, it hits 25-23. Then once I proc the melee and get trench barrel, as you see, it now hits 37-83. So quite a bit more. Trench barrel is 50%. So like usual, let's find the rate of fire, shooting off 10 shots, see how long it takes. It takes 2.839 seconds, so now we can calculate how much damage per second the EP shotgun does on this ogre, and it's 13,325 with trench barrel procced. So that's quite a bit. So let's start breaking down the fusion rifles. First with the Merciless. And all the fusion rifles that I'm going to be covering today all hit 7 shots per burst. So it hits 634 per individual like burst, or whatever you want to call it, times 7 equals 4,438. So that's actually higher damage per shot than the EP shotgun. So let's test the rate of fire without it being charged up at all. And it takes forever. We're still going any day now. It's pretty slow, huh? 14.01 seconds. So not charged up, the Merciless does 3,167 damage per second, which is pretty bad. But the exotic perk of the Merciless is when you don't get a kill or you don't reload, it charges faster and faster upon each hit. So that's like kind of like the whole thing about the weapon. So let's go ahead and see what that does to the damage per second number. So as you see, once I hit him and don't reload or don't kill him, it shoots faster and faster every shot until like you're like 7 or 8 shots in, you're at like the max rate of fire. And it's pretty easy to get around not having to reload on high health targets. All you need is Luna Faction Boots or Rally Barricade or anything like that. That will make you, get around that reload animation. So once you're fully charged up, it's pretty easy to actually keep the full charge the rest of the clip. So now with the max rate of fire, it now only takes 3.957 seconds to shoot all 10 shots, which means once it's fully charged, the damage per second is 11,215. For the sake of not having too many numbers in this video, know the first 5 or 6 shots of your mag will not be at that number. They'll quickly ramp up to that. Then after that, the rest of your ammo count will be at that number, which is still lower than the EP shotgun. A few other things about this gun I want to talk about. First, it has this kill clip like perk right here, where reloading immediately after a kill increases weapon damage for a short time. So basically kill clip. So I'm going to go ahead and show that off and show the percent. So first get a kill on this knight, then reload, then shoot the ogre, as you see right there. And now it hits 950 per burst, or whatever you want to call it. So it's a 50% buff to this weapon, just like kill clip. But since the whole point of this weapon is to not kill something or not reload, I don't really think it's a big plus. But one thing that is a big plus for this weapon and Forsaken is armor perks. Before, when you couldn't have any armor perks at all, it only held up to 14 as you see right here. But now you can have up to 2 Fusion Rifle Reserves perks, one on your helmet and one on your class item. So as you see right here, go ahead and put on a helmet with Fusion Rifle Reserves, and go ahead and pick up another green box and see how much I can hold now. So I get 3 more from that green box, which is now 17, which is a big jump. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on a class item with Fusion Rifle Reserves, so now I have 2, which is the max you can get. And now I hold up to 19, which from 14 to 19 is actually a huge upgrade. That is, what, something like 35%? It's definitely very noticeable, and before we had these perks, something like the EP shotgun had 21 ammo and this had 14, and as you saw, they do relatively similar damage per second, but the EP shotgun had 50% more ammo compared to the Merciless back in the day, so there was literally no reason to do it. Now that you can get up to 19 ammo, it's definitely more respectable than it was before. I do still think I could use an ammo buff in general to like get it closer to the shotguns, but at the same time it's definitely a lot better off than it was before. And even though it does less damage per second than the EP shotgun does more damage than anything in the game, so nothing's gonna come close to it really, so the fact that Merciless is that close is definitely good. Now let's move on to Telesto, which is more so an ad clear weapon, but at first I'm gonna go ahead and see how much damage per second it can do. So first, shooting the Ogre like normal, it hits 10 7 times and also 8 14 7 times. So once you add all that up, it's 5,768 damage per shot. So let's go ahead and find the rate of fire like usual. Shooting 10 shots. It's gonna take actually quite a while. So finally shooting the 10th shot, it took 12.59 seconds, which is quite a while. So the damage per second of Telesto is 4,581, which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not a damage per second type of gun. So where is it useful? Well, surprisingly, it's actually extremely good at ad clear. I did not know how good this gun was for ad clear. It's kind of up there with Tractor Cannon in my eyes. It's extremely good at killing multiple groups, and it actually does a lot of damage in one single shot. So it can easily take out majors, you know, the higher tier ads like Knights, Cyclopses, all that good stuff very, very easily. And also it can spread its damage across, you know, the low tier ads and take out an entire group at once. It was actually surprisingly extremely good for ad clear, and I probably will actually be using this gun more frequently in the future because of this video. So far I've only been using exotic fusion rifles, so let's throw in one legendary one to see where it stacks up versus the other ones. And to be fair, I'm comparing them all to an EP shotgun, which is legendary, so let's see where this one stacks up. I have the raid one with accelerated coils, and that's basically all you need to know about it. So shooting at the Ogre, I hit 475 the 7 times, which equals 3,325 damage per shot. So once again, find the rate of fire by shooting 10 shots. This time it's not going to be as slow as some other fusions when they're not charged up, but it's definitely not quick to say the least. So shooting the 10 shot off, it now takes 10.854 seconds, which means it does 3,063 damage per second, which is the lowest gun we've tested so far. So what we can conclude so far is the Merciless is the only fusion rifle in the game in the energy slot that can even get close to the EP shotgun in terms of damage per second. But that doesn't mean the other fusions are worthless. They can do their damage from a further range, and they pack a harder punch per shot. They're not necessarily meant to be DPS monsters outside of the Merciless, which actually gets very close to the EP shotgun. I think this is more reflecting how broken the EP shotgun is than how weak fusions are. I think fusions are in actually a really good spot right now, and it's just the EP shotgun is broken. So maybe comparing these fusions to the EP shotgun might be unfair because the gun is extremely unbalanced in my eyes. So let's compare it to a sniper. This is just a regular 90 RPM sniper. It's 3483 per shot. Go ahead and shoot off the 10 shots and find the damage per second of this sniper rifle. It takes 5.978 seconds to shoot off 10, which means it does 5,826 damage per second, which is very close to the Telesto. The final fusion rifle I want to talk about is the 1000 Voices, arguably the best gun in the game. It does insane damage to single targets, as you see here. It can easily 3-shot this Ogre in the Lost Sector, which is absurd. Then not only is it really good for single targets, it basically has no limit in terms of ad clear. As long as you can draw a line across multiple ads, it can kill them all in one shot. So it's very good at ad clear and also very good at single target. First, we learned the EP shotgun is unmatched in the entire game. No matter what you throw at it, it's going to out DPS anything. but the Merciless actually gets very close and it can do its damage from a further range, which is actually very good for some bosses. For example, like Callus, it would probably be extremely good on Callus right now. And I'm sure you guys can name a lot of bosses in the game that you can't necessarily get close to, where the Merciless would actually do a really good job. And now that I can hold more ammo with the Forsaken perks, it definitely is in a lot better spot than it was before. The thing I was most surprised about was Telesto, how good it was for ad clear. And with fusion rifle perks, I think it can hold up to 23 ammo, which is actually a lot. So it's kind of like a tractor cannon in a way in the energy slot, where it's really good for ad clear and all that good stuff. The only thing it doesn't do is obviously give you the buff that the tractor cannon does. But once again, it can shoot from a further range, which is definitely a big plus. Unfortunately, it seems like legendary fusion rifles are still kind of bad in PvE, but they do pack a good punch per shot, so if you're just trying to kill majors from a medium range, I can definitely see them being useful. Then finally we have 1000 Voices, which is arguably the best gun in the game, and so if the best gun in the game is a fusion rifle, I think that shows that fusion rifles are in a pretty good spot currently in Destiny 2, and arguably the best spot they've been in PvE in Destiny's history. So overall, I think fusion rifles are definitely fine right now, and I think it's more so EP shotgun, which is the issue. And since this is a game where you can only use one gun in a slot at a time, obviously you're going to be using the EP shotgun because it's so good. So unfortunately, it's really like the only gun to use in your energy slot in PvE currently. Anyways, I think that's me it for the topic of this video, so I'm going to move on to a few other things about my channel. So I'm definitely going to be uploading daily going forward into Black Armory, and hopefully ride that DLC out as long as I can. Now I might miss a few days here or there, but I'm going to try my best to upload daily. I definitely learned a lot about burning myself out on YouTube and stuff like that, because from Warmind launch to Forsaken, I double uploaded, if not triple uploaded, almost every single day, which was like on average 60 videos a month. Then in Forsaken I dialed it back to 1 video a day, but made the videos longer and put more effort into each individual video, which I actually really liked. But recently I definitely learned a lot about the way I need to handle this, because I was definitely burning myself out, but I was extremely motivated, so I like pushed through it. But then when, you know, that stuff went down, I lost motivation, which, you know, once I lost the motivation, which was the only thing that pushed me through the burnout, it kind of all fell apart. But I'm definitely ready to go again. And one other thing I want to talk about my channel is I actually just got approved for channel memberships on the regular platform of YouTube. So if you don't know what a channel membership is, it was like a kind of like a Twitch sub, but for the live streaming part of YouTube gaming. But now they're allowing just regular channels to have memberships. And when they first came out, it was trickling down from like the big channels downwards, and I think the cutoff was 100k subs. So I don't know if they've lowered that to whatever number, because obviously I don't have 100k subs currently, or maybe they factored in views. I don't know why mine got approved. Maybe they're just slowly trickling down to, you know, smaller and smaller YouTubers is probably what they're doing. But anyways, my channel can now do it. And it'll never be something I'll push out there like in every video, hey, you know, become a member, blah blah blah. I'll never do that. I will definitely, you know, make it available and probably put in my descriptions, but I'll never necessarily push it. But anyways, the thing I want to talk to you guys about is I am allowed to have a few perks of being a member of my channel. So some of the things I came up with so far is one, I can put out a post monthly to only my members, and it'll be like a Q&A, which I'll do in a video. So I'll put out a post. You guys can ask me anything you guys want, you know, video related, Destiny related, real life related, about my, you know, background, history, anything you want about me or my channel, and I'll answer them in a like Q&A format in a video and make that public for everyone. But you can only ask the questions if you're a member through that post. So that's definitely the best idea I've came up with so far. Then another thing on top of that I can offer is, if you guys become a member from my channel, it'll have a badge next to your name in the comments, so I can go out my way to make sure to reply to members, because obviously they're supporting me $5 a month. They're going out their way to do something nice for me, so I'll try to go out my way and answer their questions in the sea of, you know, multiple comments. Then also, every once in a while I ask my community about what type of videos they would like to see, and I could potentially make a few videos that my members wanted me to make for them every month. And those are like the few things I have in mind right now. The Q&A definitely would be a good idea because my channel is all about, you know, learning about the game. So, you know, answer questions about the game in a video for them would be, I think, very good. And the whole idea is just to find a way to give back to the people that will be supporting me above and beyond. So let me know if there's anything else you would like to see me do for this membership program, and just let me know in the comments. I haven't applied for it or anything like that because I wanted to ask you guys what perks you would like me to offer. So along with that one, what else do you guys got? If you guys come up with a few good ones, I'll try to do it. And I'll, you know, submit this for approval from YouTube very soon, and I'll let you guys know when it's up and running. Anyways, I think that's it for the video. This is a pretty long video, a lot of stuff going on with the actual, you know, video itself, and also me talking about my channel. So if you guys have any comments or questions at all about anything, I'll try my best to comment back to all of them tonight. So anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.